So good morning and welcome to Moxi Monday. My name is Elizabeth Glass. If you have any questions regarding today's session, please reach out to me at any time. You can definitely go in the chat bar. But in addition, post session, you're able to reach me by phone or by email very simply. My email address is elizabeth.glass@cbschmidtohio.com. Again, that's elizabeth.glass@cbschmidtohio.com. So for today's session, I was thinking about something that could help you brand yourself. What maybe haven't you seen before, or maybe something that you haven't seen in a long time, or something that just maybe got overlooked because you're trying to learn Engage, you're trying to learn Present or the websites. So today I'm going to show you a very quick branding opportunity for you to have your personalized or custom email signature in your emails and to be attached to your actual presentations and your campaigns. So it's very, very, very easy and simple to do. One moment while I go ahead and get this set up for you. So to start, we're going to be logging into Moxi. When I do this, the first thing I want to do is go to my account profile section. So if it doesn't automatically log you into the page you're seeing here, which is my account profile, you're going to access this very easily by clicking on your agent icon in the top right-hand corner. When you do so, there will be a drop-down box. You're going to go ahead and hit My Account. It's actually very quick and very simple. And the great news is if you don't want to do anything custom, it's ready to go for you. You just got to save it and turn it on. So here we are. What I'm going to have you do is take your eyes and gravitate them to the left. It's very quick. If you notice here, I've got a couple different sections that can minimize and then they can expand. One says My Account, one says Agent Tools, and one says, well, you guys wouldn't have management. Let me go ahead and expand my account section. What we are in right now is the profile section because that's highlighted in blue and that's what indicates what is open over here on the right. What we're going to do is we're going to click this little section here that says My Brand. And what's really cool is it's already HTML coded. So what that means is that it's already set up in the system to where it pulls your information from what you have in the account profile already. So your contact information. And then when the client receives it, it's going to be clickable, right? So when they want to go to your email, it's going to be clickable to you. When they want to go to your website, it's clickable to you. Your phone number, it's clickable to where it'll even let you call via Zoom or however you have it set up on your computer automatically. So there are three options, and I'm going to show you how to very quickly do all three. If you notice here, it loaded right here, it says signature. So this is where we're going to be. Basic is this. It just pulls all of the information from your account profile section. So let me show you where that is, just for those of you who need to be reminded. On the left, it says profile right here. Everything in account profile is what feeds everywhere else. So I have personal info, contact info, web info. If my information is not correct here, it's not going to show up correctly anywhere else. So if you do not have correct information or missing information, your first step would be to start in profile. And you're going to want to hit the little tiny blue pencil on the right up here above where it says web info. When you do that, you can change the information here. So that way, when it comes time to marketing throughout the system, it'll be ready to go. Now, let's say we've updated and we made sure that information is correct and we are in My Brand on the left side. We've already done the color scheme, right? So we've already got our colors for each brand. If you are Coldwell Banker, it's the blue. We've got the Century 21. We also have the color branding specialized for Sotheby's as well. So when you log in, your system's going to be set. You don't have to worry about anything with that. The first option says basic. So it's going to look like this. It's going to have your contact information. And again, it's pretty basic. Your next option to choose would be to pick from a template. So something that's pre-made, but again, it's pulling the information from the My Profile section in my account. So it's going to be clickable. If you notice here, I've got my photo, we've got my company in here, I've got the phone numbers in here. And then when the client receives it, they click on the My Website section right here. I'm going to expand it a little bit for you. It's going to be clickable and go to my website. Again, same thing with email. So again, we're just connecting your branding and making it look a little bit nicer and easier to access. When I go down here, if you can see, it's just different layouts. I didn't have to do anything with this. It's done. and it's pre-made. So it could be left aligned, right aligned. And the great news is it gives you a little preview of what it would look like on your cell phone also, because we are often, as a client or a realtor, looking things through the view of a mobile device. Center lined, desktop mobile. So see how you get a little preview in advance, and it's really nice to do so. If you were going to pick one of these, all you would have to do is just literally select it. So as an example, if I wanted this left aligned, I would select it. And see how at the bottom it just had a little pop-up, it said signature updated. Now this is what would show up on all of my correspondences. That means a direct email. It means my campaigns through Engage or my presentations. So if I make a seller presentation or a buyer presentation or a buyer tour through Present, they're all going to have this new branded email signature to the bottom. Now the third one I'm going to show you, probably give you something new to use today that you're probably going to want to write down with a pen or something like that, just to have or save it. The last one says custom. Okay. Now this is going to, could be something that you create, or maybe the marketing team creates for you. But essentially, if you have one that's already made for you, or you want to, this is where you would put it in. So you could have that graphic or however you would like. Now, if you notice here, it just gives you again the preview of what it would look like. Now, what we want to do, a lot of times when there's a custom signature, it's given to us or we create it in what's called a picture file, so like a JPEG or a PNG. So what I'm going to do is show you very quickly how to do this in a fast manner. Okay, let me go ahead and delete this. This area is just like working with Microsoft Word or even email, you guys. It's very simple, or anywhere else in Moxi for that matter. It's laid out in the same concept here, right? So what I'm going to do, I already have an email signature that I made, and it's a picture file. So what I'm going to do, instead of typing all this information in here, which if I didn't have a picture file, I could sit here and type it in Microsoft Word and type my information here. So you could just create your own signature and fill out your own information if you wished. It also lets you link things as well and make them clickable. But what we're going to do is we're going to insert it as a custom picture file. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, see this little icon right here? I'm going to go back and I'm going to maximize my screen to make it easy for your eyes. In this area here, we have one that looks like a little graphic picture of mountains and a little sun. That's the standard or logical photo icon. That's usually what people use to indicate a photo. So we're going to say insert. Now there are two ways you can put your photo in here. One of them is by putting the link to where it's hosted online. So you might often see something that looks like this when you go to try to put a picture in, and you're like, source, what the heck is that? So whenever you have something that's online anywhere, it creates an address for it. I'm going to show you a quick little tool that we use here on the training team to host our pictures so we can have that internet address and host it. But I also want you to see one other quick thing. If you look on the left, it says general, but if I actually click upload, you literally can just upload it directly from your computer. So you would just go ahead and hit browse just like you would anything else on the computer. Let me minimize this. Find wherever your email signature is saved within your computer. And it's as simple as selecting it. Now the cool news is it's going to populate it and it's going to put in a width in here. And if you wanted to, if let's say you put this image in and it's too big, honestly, you don't need to know about this stuff. It's pixels, but you can really just play with it. If it's a little too big, I would say change it by 100 or change it by 50 and just go up and down until it looks correct for you. But if you want to have something that's pre-made for you that you don't even have to think about, the marketing team can do that for you. And I'll show you that in a minute. We're going to go ahead and hit save. And instantly I've got my email signature right here. And then just like Word, I'd probably go ahead and maybe want to use the centering option just so it shows up in the center, unless I want it on the left side. And it would, in that case, I would just go ahead and I would left align it. Now, the last thing I need to do here is I need to hit save. Now, what I'm looking for when I hit save is at the bottom of my screen, it says signature updated. That way I know it's now locked in. Instantly, it's going to have this on the bottom of all of my correspondences. To kind of prep in advance, let me show you an email that I sent to myself as the client. So this is a listing presentation that I've created and I've emailed it to myself as the client. So I'm pretending like I'm opening this as the client. So standardized Moxi Present, your listing presentation, already has just your basic information at top. But when you add a branding source like that email signature at the bottom, it adds that additional branding opportunity at the bottom. As you can see here, that is your own custom signature. Now this won't be here unless you add it to the branding in your account profile section. So one additional benefit to that, let's say I wanted this picture to be clickable to go to my website. It's as simple as highlighting it. And then right up here, okay, take your eyes to where all these icons are above my graphic, and then to the right, 2 different icons over from the picture is one that looks like a link. Literally, I would come in here and this is where I would type in my address. And I'd go ahead and I type it in. I'm not going to do it here because we're just training, but I type my address in and hit save. Then what would happen immediately when somebody receives a correspondence from me, this then would be clickable to go directly to that website. So customization can be simple for you. It doesn't mean a lot of extra work. Now, I want to give you a different way to enter it when you're not having it directly on your computer. So that source it was asking for, I'm going to give you guys a little trick that we use on the training team here of a location that we upload our photos to give us that address. I'm going to check the chat box real quick because I have a question. Question says, and is the picture file a JPEG or so? Okay, yeah, a picture file is a JPEG. So as she's asking, is it JPG or JPEG? Those are the same formats. You're going to want to make sure that it's a JPEG file. So if you try to do it as a PNG, sometimes it won't let you depending on the internet browser you have. And if you have any issues with that and you want it converted, very simply myself, I could do that for you, or the marketing team can do that for you as well. But great question. It cannot be a PDF file, just so you guys know. It does need to be a picture file, which is a JPEG or a PNG. But I would say stick with a JPEG because you're never going to have any issues. There are some internet components with Safari and other internet browsers that have issues with uploading the PNG. That's the only reason I'm saying just to stick with that JPEG in there. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. I'm going to delete this. This first one I did, we just clicked on the photo icon and I just uploaded it here using the upload button because I already had it on my computer. What if I don't have it on my computer and I want to host it online? And a great reason for me to do this is because then I could access it from anywhere I need to. So I just need a source, a photo hosting site, kind of like Google Photos or something like that. But here's one that we use. So if you want to go ahead and get ready to copy and paste this or grab a pen, I'm going to give you a location to do this with that we use and it's free. Okay, so if you can see my screen now, I am on a site called Imgur. Okay, IMGUR, kind of like image, but it's IMGUR.com. So Imgur.com. What this is, it has a lot of opportunity to host and stuff like Instagram, but realistically, we use it literally just to hold our photos. And then when I have a photo online, I can actually get like a URL web address so that I can copy and paste it into anywhere, and you'll be able to access that photo very quickly. So again, I'm actually just going to do you guys a favor. Go ahead and go to the chat box. I'm going to type it in and you can copy and paste it in. Hopefully that just gives you one extra easy step here. I have a feeling that when you guys are doing stuff in business, you're getting asked for a source to post your pictures all the time. You really don't know where to go. Okay, so I'm typing it in right now, imgur.com. It's free, you never pay anything. You don't have to give any personal information out. And there you go. It's now in the chat box, www.imgur.com. So what I do, it's very simple. As you can see my screen, I literally just say add image. And then I pull from wherever the computer has it on my screen. Same concept. Wherever it's saved. And as you can see, it loaded my photo here. Now, as soon as I have the photo loaded, I can click on it and it gives me a variety of different options to choose. For this, in most instances, I'm going to pick the one that says direct link. Watch how fast this is, you guys. I didn't have to do anything but upload it. It's giving me the URL of this picture. So when I put the picture online, it has a location. This is the location address, the URL. I'm going to hit copy. Okay, and I'm going right straight back to my Moxi Present. See where it says source, and I'll reiterate how I got here. I'm in my brand on the Moxi account profile page. I'm clicking on the photo, and it's asking me for my online source or my online location. I'm going to literally hit paste. Watch how fast. Boom, it's in there in seconds. So you have the opportunity to brand yourself with a special custom template if you wish. And I just showed you how to get it from directly inside your computer, and also where to go online to access an online internet location address. Now, if you don't have something pre-made like this that's graphic and you want one, the next step would be to reach out to the marketing team. So the way you would do that, and it would be very simple, you would just put a request in through Schmidt Resources. So I'm going to go to, on a different tab, schmidtresources.com. Hopefully you are so used to seeing this and going here all the time because it's our one-stop shop. Each region has its own little square. So you're going to go to your region. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill out a marketing request form. Give me a second to let this load. Our good old Ohio snow is stopping my internet right now from working. But once we do this, it's actually going to load us, and it's going to have a marketing tab on the top, or it's going to say my marketing team. So bear with me. This is not, my internet's frozen at the moment. Hopefully I'm not frozen. Can you guys still hear me? Can someone go in the chat box and tell me if you can still see and hear me? Yes, you can. Okay. So it's just my internet for the moment. I can see that it's trying to work, but our weather is kind of prohibiting it. So let me try to. Okay, so it's not, it's kind of frozen at the moment. So inside the Schmidt Resources square, there's one that says my marketing team. You can click on that one, or the one square that says marketing resources. Let's try that again. Here we go. Okay, so once I clicked on my region, right at the top, I have this giant black box that says online marketing request. I can get it here, or there's also a square in here that says marketing resources. You can also click on that and get the same request form. But when I click on it, I'm literally going to type my name in, my information, and ask them to make me an email signature compatible with Moxi. And that way the dimensions will be correct. And that's it. They're going to give you back the picture file in a JPEG form, which means then you just take what they email you and very simply come in here and then add your photo here. I have a question asking if Flickr will work. Yes, if you have an online photo site already, there is an email or a URL, I'm sorry, not an email, I'm sorry, I misspoke. There is a URL connected to that already, but each platform is a little bit different. And Imgur is just one that was pretty simplistic and easy for usage. So if you have an online photo site, it's the same concept. You just go to that photo site, click on that image, and then get the URL address for that. So let's recap here. And then I'm going to show you some locations to email from so you can see how the brand works. What I've done is I've logged into Moxi. In the upper right-hand corner, I've chosen through my icon to go to my account, which is going to load my account profile section and my other opportunities on the left side. I am going to go ahead under the my account section. I'm going to be in my profile and make sure my phone number, my email, my website is all correct. When it is, I'm going to then go to my brand, and then I'm going to decide what I want my particular email signature to look like. If I want it to be pretty basic with no photos and pretty simplistic, I'm choosing basic, and that's it. I'm done. I don't have to do anything else. Next, I want to try templates. I can choose one of these to be left, center, or right aligned, and then I'm able to view it in both the desktop and mobile view. So this again is going to be hyperlinked so that when it is received, it's clickable to the website and email and phone number as well. Now, if I didn't want, so this one right here is significant enough. You don't even want to do custom. This is very standardized and very significantly easy to use. But if you want something super custom or just really branding to you specifically, you then choose custom. And then you either grab a graphic that you already have, or you have the marketing team make you one, or you can just add to what they have here. If I wanted to just simply type my name in right over the have. See how easily I can do that? It's very, very much like Word and anything else here. So if I wanted to keep this, I could write all my own information in here. I could come down here and I could literally add a link to any other presentation. What if I'm featuring like a $3 million listing and I want that to be in my email signature and I say, check out my local listing? What if I want to feature the blue book, that beautiful listing presentation we have, or the black book? It's endless. You can decide what you have connected to your email signature just by using this point here. So I'm going to show you a couple places to email out so you can see this live. I'm going to go ahead and do it real quick so you can see how fast I can do it. I'm going to add my photo. I already just copied my source. So in this instance, I would upload it on Imgur or I'd have it on my computer and hit copy. Oops, wrong one, sorry. I'm going to hit paste. Watch this. I'm going to hit save and I'm hitting save again. Okay. So now it says it's saved. Now I'm going to go straight to Moxi Present. This is the presentation tool where you can do a listing presentation, a buyer presentation, a buyer tour, a newsletter, a personal presentation, you name it. Now, these are pre-made presentations I already made. This is a different training, but for the ease of just showing you the branding part, we're going to skip right here to the sending. So I'm in a presentation I've already made. I'm going to hit send. And then I'm going to send this to myself just so you guys can see it. I've got my email in here. And then I'm going to hit send. Okay. Now what's going to happen is in my email, go ahead and hit inbox, give this just a second to load. It's going to have one right here. There we go. It's that instantaneous seller presentation. Now what I have, instead of just the standardized presentation, I have my custom signature at the bottom as well. So very simple. Now in Moxi, take a peek at this. I'm back to Moxi. Now I'm going to click engage, which is our CRM, our client relationship management tool. It's where you put all of your people. So all of your prospective clients, your current clients, your prospects, people you haven't met, your sphere, right? Those are the people that go and engage. And we also have it connected to campaigns. So if you want to set them up on a campaign, this standardized signature is also going to show up there. Now, what you might not know is once you're in Engage, any single page in Engage, so right now it has dashboard, people count, every single page on the top right, take your eyes, right under my icon. You guys see that? You can email direct to somebody directly from any page within Engage. So when I'm going to email somebody, I'm just going to come in here and start typing my name in. It should find it in here for me. Here we go. And now, as you see, this is a preview of my email signature. So now it has it inside of the custom direct emails as well. Okay, I'm going to X out of here. I just wanted you guys to see you can email from anywhere within Moxi as well. But when you're in Moxi and you're in the people section of Engage, bear with us because each one of these trainings are separate. So if you need to learn Present or Engage or website, don't hesitate to not know exactly what you're looking at right now, because reality is we have a full-on training for each one of these sessions. This is just an overview of usage. So I'm going to go ahead and look at a specific client. And if you look right here, let's go down 4 where it says Beth Glass as a buyer. If I take my eyes to the right, I also have an email button here. So I'm able to even email directly to my client from here. And it's exactly the same concept. It is now going to showcase my signature at the bottom. So the idea here is branding. You are a real estate agent. Your job is literally to brand. You are to brand your customer's property to sell it or find a property through branding that's going to meet your seller or your buyer's needs. So the first step of recourse should be branding yourself. If you don't brand yourself to the highest level and everywhere you need, it could give that opportunity of thought to a seller. You might not present them everywhere you need that need to be as well, right? So we want to cover our bases. Okay, and again, the same thing applies when you're into campaigns and etc. So honestly, it's not a difficult thing. It's very easy. And the beauty here is it's a set it and forget it. I'm able to come in here and just do my branding email signature one time and leave it alone and never change it unless I so chose to. Okay, question. It says, total beginner question. Do these templates and customization only apply to emails from Moxi, or does it interface with Google Gmail in any way if it sends emails out directly through Gmail? That's actually a great question. Not a beginner question. It's a very honest question. What he's saying is, if I put the signature here in Moxi, will it also show up automatically in my Google Contacts email? Now, the answer to that is no, because it's a one-way sync. Whatever you put into your Google email, that is going to transpose as far as contacts into Moxi, but the graphic does not come with it. So what you would want to do in that situation is, if you wanted to have the branding email signature in Moxi and also your Google Contacts, you literally can put it in here in Moxi the way that I showed you, but in your G Suite, in your Google Contacts email itself, which is what I'm looking at, I'm logged into my Gmail. In the top right-hand corner, there is a settings icon. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to say see all settings. And it's the same exact thing that happens now, though. I'm going to scroll down. Bear with me while my internet doesn't love to be quick today. When I scroll down, it now has an email signature here. I want you to know it's the exact same method. When I get rid of what I have already, but literally it says right here, signature. So I'm going to click right on the box. I'm going to click the photo icon. See how it looks the same? It just looks like a little mountains in a picture box. And guess what it's going to ask me for? Okay. I can either do I can do an upload just like Moxi, or I can do a web URL address, which is copying and pasting from Imgur, which is what I already did. See how it immediately loaded? I'm going to hit select. And then if you notice at the bottom, which is the only difference between Moxi and here, is in Google in Contacts in this email section, you have to hit save settings. When I do that, it's now going to show up as an email signature in Contacts and also in Moxi as well. So just further clarify, putting a signature in Google Contacts like I just did does not make it automatically show up in Moxi. That is separate. The graphics are not connected. What is connected is the contacts. So when I'm in my Google section here in my email and I'm in my contacts, all of the people that I load and add into here into contacts automatically show up in Moxi. Does that clarify that answer? If you can jump back in there and let me know if that clarifies that. So all the contacts that you add into Google Contacts will automatically sync and be in Moxi on their own. And I'll show you right now. I added them in my Google Contacts. I'm in Engage. I'm going to go into the My People section. All of those are there automatically. I never need to upload them in both sections. The email branding signature is the only thing that needs to be done on both sides. But again, it's a set and forget it. So I'm going to go to people, and all of those people show up here. We wanted to have control for you. Just because you brand something in your personal email doesn't mean that's what you want it to showcase as, excuse me, in Moxi. So intentionally, my email signature that's, let's say right here, as you guys can see right here, it's a regional specialist. But sometimes I have a different email signature. Sometimes it's Sotheby's, right? Sometimes it's Coldwell Banker just for Schmidt family of companies. Maybe it's a different training role or a different role that I have. For that purpose, I wouldn't want this to carry over. When I go to my Moxi, if I'm going to be branded as a realtor, I'm going to dictate what shows for me by going to that branding section. I actually wouldn't want it to cross over on purpose for many reasons. So that's exactly why it's done in that particular way. Okay, so I think here, I think we're all set. If anyone has any questions, please jump right into the chat box right now and ask. And again, I want to just recap how you can ask the marketing team to do something for you. And this is any kind of project, but definitely if you don't have a custom signature and you want one, you're going to go to schmidtresources.com. And then when the page loads, you're going to choose your region. Once you choose your region, at the top, it's going to say online marketing request form. And it's as simple as you clicking on it. And then when it loads, you're going to add in your contact information, ask for them to do a email signature compatible with Moxi. They will create it for you and send you the file. the way that it needs to be sent. So I think we're all set. Thank you guys so much. If there are no further questions, please look for this training if you need follow-up in our training session, the Schmidt Video Classroom, which is also accessible here in Schmidt Resources as well. If you have any questions, I'm elizabeth.glass@cbschmidtohio.com. Thank you for the great comments, by the way, in there. I appreciate all of you guys. Stay warm. And for those of you in Florida and St. Croix, enjoy your sunshine. We are envying you and living through you. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day and an amazing week ahead. Have a great one. Bye-bye.